Associate Vice President, Development and Alumni Affairs, Linda Flynn, along with professor and a musician himself. Here is Dan Blom. Ladies and gentlemen, make them welcome to the stage, everybody.
Before we start, I do think I document this for just a second. You guys look amazing. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Linda Flynn, and as you were just told, I'm the Associate Vice President of Development and Alumni Affairs at Durham College. It is my pleasure to be proudly representing the place where it all started, Durham College. DC Music Business Management Professor Tony Sutherland, along with our amazing students and alumni, many of you have met, have been running the Oshawa Music Awards for several years. I think 6, they said tonight. Talk about the best possible example of applied learning. And aren't they doing a great job? As a DC alumna myself, I'm thrilled to be here tonight, and I look forward to following all of your careers. Hopefully you'll be working with Ryan someday. I'm also a huge music fan, so I'm doubly excited to be able to share in the recognition of so many fabulous local musicians. What a treat for me. I'm delighted at this time to help present the Music Award for Music Teacher of the Year to Tony Tosti. But first, here is Dan Blom, aka Daniel Roymond, nominated here tonight for a few awards, whose kids Tony Tosti has provided music instruction to for several years. He's going to say a few words.
Thank you, Linda. And again, just quick note, some of the student volunteers here just started in the music program in September, so that's pretty amazing for them to be able to be part of something like this. So big hand for the students again. So I'm really pleased to be here to award Tony Tosti, who I can see right there in my sight, which is good, Music Teacher of the Year at this year's OMA Awards. Tony teaches both of my children, Simon and Charlotte, piano and vocals. Tony, I warned you, Simon just said tonight, he's like, oh my God, Dad, I didn't practice this week. So just be prepared for that. So I've come to know him as their music teacher. I've known him for 6 years as their music teacher, but Tony's been teaching in this area for over 30 years. So I'm speaking as a parent of students, but also as an educator myself. And just out of curiosity, how many of the musicians here in the room took music lessons at one point? Just clap if you took music lessons at one point. So music teachers are a really important part of what brings you to a moment like this. I was going to ask non-musicians who took lessons, but I don't want to shame you, so we'll just skip this question. So I nominated Tony for many reasons, not least of which is his exceptional ability to connect with students. He's a really positive, enthusiastic guy, and his positivity about music really helps to motivate his students to learn, and those of us who teach realize that's really half the battle. So I can see for my own children, as well as I see students sort of coming and going from lessons, sort of after lessons, before lessons, that his students feel very, very, very connected to Tony. It's clear that Tony understands the importance of not just teaching students the technique and the math of music, but also of helping students to open a door to using music as a way of expressing and connecting to who they are as people. As such, his students grow not just in their musical talent and knowledge through working with him, but also in their sense of esteem and assuredness as people. We go to these annual Christmas shows that Tony does, and it's really amazing over the years to see that these children not just grow in their musical talent, but their self-esteem and their confidence. And I think he's a big part of a lot of these kids' lives, far beyond the teaching of music. So in nominating Tony for this award, it's really telling how quickly so many of his students, past and present, stepped up to provide me with letters. Any of you who teach or have teen children know that getting a long written document on short notice is next to impossible, but within 24 hours, so many of these students stepped up. And the words in those letters, as well as their time and efforts to provide those letters, spoke clearly to Tony's positive impact on their lives as both musicians and people. So thank you very much, Tony, for your hard work with my kids and with all the students that you've taught. You're very deserving of this award, and I think I'm very deserving of a deep, deep discount for my students' lessons after nominating you for this award. So with that, I'd like to invite everyone to watch this video that they have prepared about Tony.
As a composer, Tony's inspired excellence continues to make its mark in the industry, having worked on projects in network television, live theater, radio, and on a wide range of music and sound design projects, including a Hollywood feature film starring Michael Madsen and Rachel Hunter, and is regularly composing music for independent short films, and several award-winning animated shorts, and various other projects. He has worked with countless artists recording albums, producing projects, co-writing songs, and providing orchestration and arranging for bands including the legendary band Lighthouse. His dedication to arts and education landed him the position for 2 consecutive terms as president of the Oshawa and District Council for the Arts, as well as a member of the board of directors for the Durham Symphony Orchestra. Having taught children for well over 30 years, Tony was inspired to create a music education project called the Land of Rhythm Os. Tony extended his creativity to many areas of this project. He is the composer of the music, the sound design. He recorded and directed the voiceover actors in the studio, as well as providing his own voice for 3 of the characters. He also created a curriculum-based educational companion to the production for grades 1 to 4, and constructed the entire set design and props for the theatrical production. Through several innovative techniques and sound technology, Tony contributed significantly in the creation of a number of unique and powerful personal development products, integrating subsonic frequencies into sound design and music compositions in order to enhance the mind-body connection, while experimenting with brainwave technology. This work subsequently led him to his current positions as a college and university professor. Tony developed and redesigned several post-secondary courses in the areas of music and media, film history, and music composition and sound design at Toronto Metropolitan University in Toronto, Ontario, as well as Sheridan College Institute of Applied Technology and Advanced Learning in Oakville, Ontario. Tony continues to teach at post-secondary institutions as well as privately to students of all ages. His students have won several awards in music festivals and have been accepted to and have graduated from several post-secondary music programs, including Berklee College of Music, Boston, Massachusetts, Humber College, and York University in Toronto, Ontario.
Please join us as we welcome Tony to the stage, the OMA's 2023 Music Teacher of the Year, presented by Durham College recipient Tony Tosti.
A little overwhelming. I was told to prepare something about 60 seconds long, and then I get pissed. So I don't really know how to follow it, because I had pretty much everything memorized, and now I don't remember much past I'd like to thank. So forgive me for this. I did have most of this down, but So first of all, thanks to Durham College and the OMAs. For organizing and hosting this wonderful event that acknowledges and celebrates some of the best musical talent in the Durham region. I'd also like to thank all the people that have helped me achieve this milestone, including the hundreds, at this point, if not thousands, of students that have taught along the way, in addition to their parents and mine who are here tonight, for supporting and encouraging music education. As musicians, we've all had to overcome many hardships, obstacles, doubts, insecurities, to get to where we are today in our careers. And I think that's also the reason why we are so connected. We have a lot in common. We are born with music already integrated into our DNA. It becomes obvious from the moment we play, sing, or write our first song. Then, after several years, we don't want to play music. We need to. It's part of our core identity. It's who we are. It's how we express ourselves. That passion for music is what fuels us as musicians to achieve more than what's expected. It's not enough for us to be good, let alone good enough. What we strive for is excellence, because in striving for excellence, that inspires others, and especially if we lead by example. So it's definitely an honor to be awarded this distinction of Music Teacher of the Year, and I hope to continue sharing my passion for music and inspiring musicians to exceed their expectations, and I'll continue to share the most important lesson that I've learned along the way, and that is to always respect and love the art of music. Thank you very much.